Houston, Texas, 2000. Sorry, wow, just jumped the gun. 2014 NFL draft. The Houston Texans took a player who, like, definitely, had like one of those super amazing highlights of his college career when he played South Carolina, when he like just smashed a quarterback. I believe the helmet popped off. And then he had like one of these insane combines. That was a combine monster. Jadeveon Clowney, defensive end, Southern California. But as Shannon Sharp likes to put out, the guy just never really panned out as people thought he would be. People thought he was going to be the next Lawrence Taylor, which of course, just impossible. Or maybe a JJ Watt, which is also impossible. But I mean, the guy's still kind of bouncing around the NFL. I had a lot of knee injuries, foot injuries. Um, you know, People like kind of flashy, I guess you'd call him. I mean, I don't know. He's been in the NFL for a good while, at least 10 years, more than 10 years. So that's impressive. The now Los Angeles Rams, then still in St. Louis, Greg Robinson, taken number 2 overall, offensive tackle from Auburn. Jacksonville Jaguars, Blake Bortles, quarterback, son of Florida. I think most people would say that not a very good draft pick for taking as a quarterback 3 overall. Didn't pan out as people thought he would. Buffalo Bills, Sammy Watkins. Is this the same Sammy Watkins who played for the Chiefs? Wide receiver Clemson. Oakland Raiders took Khalil Mack, 5th. Linebacker Buffalo. This guy, he's definitely on the cusp. If he's not, I don't know if he's going to be in the Hall of Fame, but he's one of those players you want on your team. Definitely when he was in his prime. Atlanta Falcons, Jake Matthews, offensive tackle, Texas A&M. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Mike Evans, wide receiver, Texas A&M. This guy's going to be in the Hall of Fame. Every year he's getting 1,000 yards receiving. I mean, he's got some kind of record for getting it years in a row. I mean, this guy's just absolute stud. Um, Cleveland Browns, Justin Gilbert, cornerback, Oklahoma State. Minnesota Vikings, Anthony Barr, linebacker, UCLA. Detroit Lions at 10, Eric Ebron, tight end, North Carolina. Tennessee Titans, number 11, took Taylor Lewan, offensive tackle, Michigan. Just got cut recently. Got a ton of back injuries. He's on a Busting with the Boys, his own podcast. Love him on TV, but I think his career could have been, is one of those could have beens. New York Giants, Odell Beckham Jr., wide receiver, Louisiana State. People talk about this guy like he's like the greatest ever. I don't know. He can make one-handed grabs, famous. Um, I think D Hop had a better career personally. He has a lot of injuries, a lot of hamstring problems. Basically didn't play he was on his way to the, Super Bowl MVP, which would have really kind of changed his, sort of like the end of his career, I think. But we'll see. St. Louis Rams, Aaron, what? They had Aaron Donald? Oh, right now he's in Los Angeles. Okay. I mean, defensive tackle Pittsburgh. This guy's Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer. That people compare to, he's like almost up there with Lawrence Taylor. There's like Lawrence Taylor, and then there's, everybody else. But in terms of the defensive tackle, this position specifically, interior, as I mentioned, interior line on either side of the ball, if your name just like everybody screams and yells about you, and you're known like Aaron Donald, this guy's a game record. And he's won a Super Bowl. I've been to a Super Bowl, 2 Super Bowls. Um, Chicago, maybe 3. Wasn't he on the team in 2016? Anyways, Kyler Fuller, quarterback, Virginia Tech, was 14th pick by Chicago Bears. Uh, Pittsburgh Steelers, Ryan Shazier, linebacker, Ohio State. Dallas Cowboys, Zach Martin, offensive tackle, Notre Dame. Baltimore Ravens, C.J. Mosley, linebacker, University of Alabama. New York Jets, Calvin Pryor, safety, Louisville. Miami Dolphins, Jawan James, offensive tackle, Tennessee. New Orleans Saints, Brandon Cooks, Brandon with an IN. Wide receiver, Oregon State. I think he's still in the league. Cincinnati, 21, Green Bay Packers. Clinton Dix, safety from Alabama, University of Alabama. He might make it to the NFL Hall of Fame. He had a very, very good career. Cleveland Browns. I don't want to go into this guy, but I just have to mention him. He was drafted. Johnny Manziel, quarterback, Texas A&M. Kansas City Chiefs, D4, defensive end, Auburn. Cincinnati Bengals, Darquez Denard, cornerback, Michigan State. San Diego Chargers, Jason Verrett, cornerback, Texas Christian. Philadelphia Eagles, Marcus Smith, defensive end, Louisville. Arizona Cardinals, Dion Buchanan, safety, Washington State. At 28, Carolina Panthers, Kelvin Benjamin, wide receiver, Florida State. 29, New England Patriots, Dominique Easley, defensive tackle, Florida. So we see that Bill Belichick does not have his fastball in the first round. San Francisco 49ers, Jimmy Ward, safety, Northern Illinois. 31, Denver Broncos, Bradley Robbie, cornerback, Ohio State. And Minnesota Vikings, Terry Bridgewater, quarterback, Louisville. The guy's still kind of in the league. Had a really bad knee injury and bounced around a lot. Don't know even who he's playing for anymore, but I definitely know he's kind of in the league, sort of perennial backup these days. Try to lead some teams. Wasn't he with the Carolina Panthers? Then he was like with the Saints. I'm not really sure where he is, but he's kind of around. So let's see. Mike Evans, he's going to be in the Hall of Fame, and Aaron Donald. I mean, come on, Hall of Fame. So that's two. Haha, Clinton Dix, borderline. Um, I think Jadeveon Clowney's overrated. Odell Beckham Jr. You want to kind of want him on your team, but he's not a true number one receiver. And that's it for that 2014 draft.